Good afternoon. Let me just say a few words of encouragement and what I hope will be helpful information as you work on your first case write-up. Your first case will be due at the end of week 3 or July 23rd. In this first case, you notice that you are appointed as the Vice President for Human Relations for Forest International. When you're doing case write-up, you will normally be assigned a role. You're either the CEO, or you're the department director, or you're a research director, or some such role. And for the duration of the case write-up, you need to get into the skin of this person that you've been appointed. You need to adopt their thinking. You need to talk like they talk. So for this period, pretend that you are that person, so that when you are writing your situation audit, it is your voice, the Vice President of Human Relations, that the reader will hear. Be sure to identify yourself in the situation audit, identify where we are, identify who the major players in the case are, and then describe the mess you're in. That situation audit ought to sound like you talking, the Human Relations Director talking. On the problem statement, be sure that you do not put your problem statement in the form of a question. It'll be much better if you follow the guidelines and make your problem statement a true statement. That is, a declaratory statement, not an interrogative. State in very simple terms what is the one problem that you have ferreted out of the situation audit that faces you. It is your problem. It is not the problem of Forest International. It is your problem as the Vice President. So what problem, what dilemma do you face that the remainder of the case sets out to solve? If you identify 2 or 3 or more problems in the problem statement, you basically are creating a mess for yourself, and the case is going to get hopelessly complicated. Identify one problem. And then move into your alternatives. Each of your alternatives ought to be a viable, workable solution to solve that one problem. Brainstorm. Any idea is a good idea in brainstorming. And so list your best ideas. List your worst ideas. Write them all down. And then select 2 or 3 or 4 alternatives that you feel like are worthy of consideration. And then move through the case to analyze those alternatives using the critical issues that you identify. Be sure and watch the PowerPoint on how to write cases that I've prepared for you before you begin. And be sure and see the 2 or 3 slides at the end of that PowerPoint, which will explain to you how to physically write up your case. I want you to see the guideline calls for you're using the 6 points in our problem-solving model as your paragraph headers, so that your case begins with a situation audit. Identify situation audit, and then move into problem statement. That's your second section. Use that as a paragraph header. Your third one, obviously, is alternatives. 4 is critical issues. 5 is analysis. And 6 is recommendation. There ought to be 6 identifiable sections to your paper that your reader can follow very easily. I feel like you're going to do a good job on this first case. I will be giving you generous feedback after you have submitted it, along with my grade, and making suggestions on how you can significantly improve that second case that we will be writing. Good luck. I look forward to reading your cases.